Hey everybody, welcome in. In this video, I want to try my best to explain about the ViewCube, mainly not too much in depth on the ViewCube, but mainly the information that you're going to need to know as far as the Autodesk Certified User exam is concerned. So there's going to be some questions on the exam that's going to test your knowledge of using the ViewCube to change your viewpoint of how you're looking at your object. So the ViewCube is this big box right here in the top right corner. And if you click on, or not click on it, but highlight over certain areas of your ViewCube, you see different kind of segments line up. So you can click on the face of the ViewCube. So there's 6 faces. There's front, right, top, blah, 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 all those. There's also the corners. So you can click on a corner. And there's 8 corners of this ViewCube. And then also you can click on an edge or highlight an edge. And then I counted there's 12 edges that you can select. So whenever you select a kind of a segment of your cube, let's say I want to look at the right side of this cube. You click on the right area that lights up, and it's going to change your viewpoint to where you're looking at kind of an orthographic view of the right side of your cube. If I wanted to look at an isometric view, I would click on one of the corners. And so now you're looking at an ISO view of your object. And then if you click on an edge, it's going to kind of give you almost kind of like a perspective view. Like if you were drawing a 2-point perspective where you see the edge comes out first, although obviously we're not set in a perspective mode here, but you kind of see the edge is coming out at us, and then the 2 sides are kind of going away from us at an angle. So that's kind of how, and you can also click on like the top of the top edge here and kind of look at it as if you're kind of looking down on the edge. So those are ways that you can click these different areas of your ViewCube to change your viewpoint of how you're looking at it. So used to be there was one question on the exam that would have you kind of switch to the back view of your object, and it would kind of ask some information that's going on that side, just to check that you're able to kind of manipulate your view to see what's going on. So let's say that one of the questions says, how many pips or how many dots are located on the back side of this object. So you would just go up to your ViewCube. There's a couple of ways you can do this. The way I usually do it is I'll click on the top back corner, and it kind of spins it around, and then I click on the back side this way. Okay, oh, there's only 1 dot or 1 pip located on the back side of this. Another way that you can do it is if you left click and hold, you can drag this kind of around, spin it around up and down, kind of like an orbit or a pivot here. You see what that is. So I don't normally do it that way, but that way is an option. So let's say if I want to look what's going on the bottom of this thing. Obviously I can't see what's on the bottom because it's setting on it, but I can click on this bottom corner here, and then you can look underneath it. So I'll click on the bottom here, and you can see, oh, there's 2 pips or 2 dots on this bottom of the cube. One thing you'll also notice is when you're looking at an orthographic view like we are here, you get these 2 arrows that are kind of pointing around. So if you can click the arrow and kind of rotate this around 90 degrees at a time this way to the left. You can rotate it around to the right. You get the idea. And notice these only show up in an orthographic view. If I look at an ISO view, if I click on the corner, now you don't see those. And now our cube is totally messed up. So how to get that back is if you click on the house, it'll orient it back to where you have set for the home view. And you can also change your home view. Let's say I want to look at I don't want this to be my home view when I click on it. I want to kind of spin this around or spin my viewpoint around to, let's say I want the 1 to be my front view, right? And the 3 pipped dotted side to be my right side. So first thing I would do is I would right click on the house, set current view as home. I'm going to choose fixed distance. If you click fit to view, it's going to zoom it in as close as possible. But I usually use I like the fixed distance option. So now let's say that I get all crazy and out of control here. If I click the house, now you see the one dot is going to be in that side right there. But also notice the one dot, it's still my back view. I want to make that my front view. So I would click on the back view here and then right click. And now I'm going to set my current view as the front. And now we're fixed, right? So now we're kind of looking like we want to look at it. So that's the second kind of important thing, is knowing how to change different sides. Let's say I want something else to be my front view. That's kind of how you do it. And then usually there's also a question that says, I know I'm kind of rambling here. It says there's also a question that says you want to reset your views. Let's say that now I don't want my one dotted side to be my front view anymore. I want it to go back to the way it was. So if you right click on the house, you can go to reset front. And now notice that this one-sided pip is my back view again. And then my front view is now the six-sided pip side again. So, and then I could just right click, set current view as home, fixed distance. And we're kind of back where we started. So those are kind of three important things to know about the ViewCube for the exam. Kind of number one, how to change your viewpoint of looking at the cube or looking at your object. And then two is how to kind of set different sides as your front view, your top view. And then the third thing is how do you kind of reset your orientation back to what it was originally. Those are the three most important things. As I was kind of looking up information for this video, I found some other cool things you can do with the ViewCube, which I don't want to put in this video here because I wanted this to be specifically geared towards the certified user exam. But I'll make another video and kind of show you some neat things that I found out you can do with the ViewCube. So I hope that helped. I hope my rambling didn't confuse you more than it helped. But yeah, come back later. We'll do some more stuff. All right, peace.